Squalicum Creek begins in the lowlands of Whatcom County at Squalicum Lake. It winds through the traditional lands of the Coast Salish people, passing through agricultural lands, forests, and parks before emptying into Bellingham Bay. It is the largest watershed in the city of Bellingham, draining approximately 22 square miles. In the past, local people relied on creeks like Squalicum to support a thriving salmon industry. And the word Squalicum is derived from a Coast Salish word that means a place to always find chum salmon. But today, sections of Squalicum Creek have lower water quality and salmon have difficulty making it to the upper reaches of the creek. The city of Bellingham and partners are hoping to change that.
Right now we're working on rescuing all of the fish from the project area, including all of Bug Lake, because we're going to be transitioning Bug Lake back into a wetland complex with a stream running through it.
So Squalicum Creek is a really special system. It has a lot of potential. We know that historically it was full of salmon, and so there's that possibility that we are striving for. The possibility of having a healthy creek with a healthy, robust salmon population like we know we historically had here.
Between its beginnings in the Cascades and its outflow in Bellingham Bay, the creek flows approximately 4.5 miles through the city of Bellingham, an area transformed by development. Roads were built with culverts that limited fish passage. Two man-made ponds, Bug Lake and Sunset Pond, were created by excavating gravel for the construction of I-5. These ponds filled with warm, stagnant water that reduced oxygen in the creek and increased the potential for invasive predatory fish to feed on young salmon, making it difficult for them to reach the 22 miles of spawning habitat upstream. For decades, the city has worked with partner organizations to address impacts such as these by restoring many sections of Squalicum Creek. One of the most ambitious efforts came in 2015 when the city began a project to restore this 1.5 mile section of the creek. The project revived historic river channels, routing the creek out of Sunset Pond. 5 years later, in 2020, the city began the next phases of restoration, restoring Bug Lake to a forested wetland. The projects have replaced 3 fish barrier culverts with structures that improve fish passage.
We are currently on the stream bed of the new section of Squalicum Creek, right downstream of our brand new culvert. The creek will be flowing within the next week, allowing fish to get from the lower reaches of Squalicum Creek through our construction area, underneath the new culvert, through the filled-in Bug Lake, and into the upper reaches of the Squalicum Creek watershed.
But building a creek is more than just digging a channel. Fish need a suitable habitat for a fully functioning stream. Layers of rock are laid on the bottom of the stream bed to filter water and provide a place for fish to lay eggs. And large woody debris is placed in the stream bends.
This is large woody debris, which is basically, it's just logs with attached root wads that provide erosion control for the creek. It helps to keep pools scoured out, and it also provides habitat for fish and a place for them to rest, and a place where they're protected, a place for them to hide. It looks rather sterile right now, but over time there will be robust vegetation. We are planting the banks and the riparian buffers. There will be trees, shrubs, and restoration that will become an absolutely thriving both in water and riparian habitat.
Large-scale projects such as these take tens of thousands of plants and thousands of hours of ongoing maintenance. City staff and contractors can't do it all. Community volunteers play a critical role in planting and long-term maintenance to ensure a successful restoration project.
This is a great time to plant trees at the beginning of fall all the way through winter. They're going into dormancy, but they'll get plenty of water from the rain, which helps them establish healthy roots come the spring growth cycle. The trees that we put in, these native trees, begin to grow over the stream, and that leads to lower temperatures in the stream, which are native fish like salmon. They need those low stream temperatures. They can't survive in hot water. The roots of these trees, they anchor these shores so that they don't collapse inward, and we end up with just healthier, slower moving, meandering streams.
Well, it's just my way of giving back to the community because I'm an avid bike rider and hiker. And so I utilize the trails and I'm out a lot. And so I want to make sure that this continues for future generations who want to also enjoy.
This isn't just a stream, this is our stream. Our health is dependent upon having good water quality, having good natural areas for us and our children, and for future generations to come back to.
With the November rains, Squalicum Creek fills with water, reviving historic channels. Salmon will now be able to pass more easily through this area and access the upper reaches of the creek. Plantings in the new side channel wetlands and along the stream corridor begin to take root to create a healthy riparian area to support the mammals, birds, and other creatures that rely on Squalicum Creek.
A stream that's healthy for fish is healthy for the entire system. The birds, the amphibians, mammals, macroinvertebrates, the whole system benefits, and people too.
For more information on local restoration work and volunteer opportunities, visit www.cob.org/habitat.